on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throat and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So how has acting, the shift in acting from Wilmington in North Carolina to Georgia affected you personally?
Well, I moved to Wilmington to pursue acting and pursue film, and at the time it was one of the biggest hubs. That just so happened to be the year that I moved, though. Look at me. And now it's so much harder for me to find work, especially because a lot of people that are looking for someone of a different race are in Atlanta now. So usually people here want to stick within the same, like if they're casting a family role, they want to stick within the same race and not add like storylines to explain someone of a different race. Versus in Atlanta, they're more willing to do that. So it's just harder for me to find work as an actress here.
Right.
Now I have to move again.
So how has the shift in film from North Carolina to Georgia affected you personally?
Well, I haven't been pursuing film acting for that long. Before that, I was heavily involved in the theater community, and I knew a lot of people that actually know a lot of people that have moved. So people I know personally have moved down to Atlanta or in that general area so they can get more work. And it's just harder for the people that I know. Like I have a friend whose daughter is an actress who gets a lot of work, and she has to travel with her all the time now. And so it takes her out of her family and to help her daughter, you know, pursue her own career. And it just kind of makes it harder to find stuff to do, find opportunities to act even at an amateur level. So yeah, it's just harder. You gotta kind of scrounge these days. So
How has the shift from a film from North Carolina to Georgia personally affected you?
I think for myself and a lot of other local actors, I know quite a few that have moved there. Unfortunately, I'm anchored here and don't have that opportunity. But when we do get auditions, you have two choices. You have the opportunity to tape, which is convenient, but there's not that personal interaction with a live interview. or audition. And then if you do get the live audition, that means you have to drive to Atlanta, which is not a fun choice either. Another downside for local actors working in the Atlanta market is they expect you to work as an Atlanta local, which means they don't pay you travel expenses. They don't pay you gas mileage, per diem, lodging. So you're pretty much there on your own, which obviously you live in Atlanta, that's not an issue you have to be concerned about.
How has the change in film from Wilmington to Georgia affected you personally?
Not too much. I mean, like, it is a little complicated from, like, you know, going from, like, point A to point B, like, over time. That's, like, a good 6 hours, like, there and back and whatnot. But, you know, Wilmington is still trying to, like, breathe life into, like, you know, film and theater, so there's always that. But there's other gigs, like, you know, all around the town. There's some stuff in South Carolina, Tennessee, bits and parts of, like, you know, Georgia that isn't Atlanta. So, you know, there's like a whole many, like, you know, different gigs that, like, you know, people like myself can, like, just, like, respond to and just, like, you know, travel to, like, if it's, like, you know, suiting. I mean, yeah, it is a little complicated. I moved to Wilmington to study theater and film and whatnot, and I've done enough of that, and perhaps in the next few, like, you know, next year or something like that, I may, like, you know, make the change to go there too. It's always fun and fascinating, like, you know, to find film in bigger places.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's a little ticklish.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's alright. So what do you make me look like? Just like just kind of raggedy,
Yeah, it's a
shallow, sunken. You know, just,
Yeah, just
need
a little
another
bit.
Basically,
yeah. You're just a little bit sleep deprived. Just go take a nap. You'll be okay.
Exactly, in my cardboard box.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much you on a Sunday morning after a rough weekend, you know. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mood.
Can I close your eyes?
Have been y'all kind of already in the middle of it. You're yelling at him. Just how could you do this? You're trying to defend yourself. And let's just try that out, and we'll try it as you try to hug her, storm off, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's try that, okay. What the frick?
Babe, I don't know what you're talking
No, you're a jerk.
No, she
You-
needs...
Yeah, right.
Babe, I'm so... Look,
No,
she needs...
get off me.
Alright, fine. I'm out. Peace.
Just for the camera, can you describe what you're doing?
I am doing a bruise on Jack's face because he got beat up, bro, and it's rough. It's a rough time. We don't enjoy getting beat up. I just enjoy making people look like they get beat up.
And Jack, how do you feel about this?
Delighted.
Clearly. I don't know, he's feeling a little bit rough right now.
What's his name? Gonna get some better angles. Jack, could you move this arm in a little bit more so I can get a picture? Look at. No. Inwards like this, so that I can get a better look of it in the mirror. You can actually. All right, and when I say that, just kind of look at yourself and then look down. You guys, step back, switch, step back. Do that for it, and I'm going to see about arrangements when y'all do it. I'm thinking maybe have y'all two at the end, or if not, have y'all two on the end and do that. I'm not sure about balance. Let's just try the person and you two on the end first. All right. Make that solid. All right. Stand there. All right, and y'all remember, y'all go to where they're standing right now. All right.
Go back to where we're standing.
Y'all will go back to where they're standing now. All right. Switch. Emma, can I have you come out a little bit more? Just because you're kind of. Yeah. Alright, switch. That feels good. And switch. You can stay there and y'all step up. That's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look good. I'm gonna have y'all do that while I look through the camera, just so I can make sure that's good. Okay? You're laughing.
Oh, what?
Another